Level 1. The Grinder. The game no longer makes you feel anything. This realization doesn't hit you all at once. You don't wake up one morning and say, "I'm not enjoying this today." Instead, this feeling creeps in, over weeks, maybe even months. Your brain refuses to acknowledge the change because you don't want to accept that you've lost something. And this is the least significant thing you've lost. Fun. Exactly 400 hours. It sits there on your Steam profile, and you didn't celebrate it. It didn't even cross your mind to celebrate. Because within those 400 hours, there are still mistakes you haven't been able to fix. You get a notebook, A4 size, with a black cover. You filled the first page in 2 weeks. Now you're on the third page. What you've written isn't "get better" or "practice." What you've written is much more specific. Round 14, B bomb site entry. Crosshair drifts to the left wall. Reaction is 0.3 seconds late. Every line is an accusation. It's like a court transcript, not a notebook. When you wake up in the morning, you feel a slight ache. Your wrists stiffen in the morning. Just a warning. You ignore it because you have 5 more matches to play today. You have no sleep schedule. You go to bed at 3:15 a.m. because the MMR distribution on European servers is more favorable during the night. Fewer Smurfs. You wake up at 12 p.m., make your coffee, and sit down at the computer. No lunch. Or maybe there is, but you don't notice. You're munching on something at the keyboard, but you don't remember what you ate. Your girlfriend Mathilda is asking you something. Her voice sounds tired, but also resolute. Is the game more important than me? Even as you hear this question, your mind is already calculating your crosshair reaction speed. Mathilda is leaving. That day, you spend 2 hours watching the VOD replay. You fast forward through the footage, frame by frame, at 1.4 times speed. Round 9, crosshair at chess level. Over and over. You approach the game like a chess problem. Every position is an equation. Every mistake is a variable. And if the variables are eliminated, the result must be inevitable. Winning must be inevitable. Level 2, Semi-Pro. You receive your first professional offer. It arrives as a Discord message at 2:47 a.m. on the night the offer comes in. Tier 3 roster. $500 monthly. With the condition of at least 240 hours of training per month. The organization's name isn't familiar. The logo is green and black. A bit amateurish. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Someone noticed you. You're 19 when you sign the contract. 8 hours of training a day. Here's what those 8 hours look like. 2 hours of deathmatch in the morning. Crosshair placement. You want to raise your headshot rate from 62% to 71%. Then, 2 hours of VOD analysis. Not of your own gameplay, but of the top players' games. You're tracking the cameras. You note where they look and when they look. 2 hours of scrimmage with the team in the afternoon. You don't engage in unnecessary chatter with anyone on the voice chat. You share information. B rotation. 2 mid. 2 right, 1 left. And 2 hours of solo queue at night. Your coach, Jonas, is 31 years old and used to play in Tier 2. Now he coaches others. You sometimes wonder how many people like you he's seen. One day you're watching a replay. Screen sharing. Discord. Round 22. The coach pauses the video. You watch the same round 12 times. You see the same mistake 12 times. This isn't learning. This is reprogramming the brain. And you don't object to this method. Your wrists are really hurting now. It's no longer just the stiffness you feel in the morning. It's real pain. It's burning deep inside. You put ice on your wrists, wrap them in a cloth, and play. But you keep playing. The scent of energy drinks has permeated your room. A sweet, chemical, slightly acidic smell. You don't notice that smell anymore. That smell has become your norm. You keep your stats in an Excel spreadsheet. Headshot percentage, average damage per round, entry kill success rate, clutch win percentage. You enter new data into the spreadsheet every day. The numbers are improving. This doesn't motivate you. It just reduces the margin of error. Level 3. Arena Tier 3 sends you the main roster offer on Tuesday morning. A 2-page PDF contract. The monthly salary has changed. The city has changed. There's a training house. You'll be living in the same building as the other 4 players. The first week feels overwhelming. Everyone has their own room, but the kitchen is shared. Someone is always sleeping. Someone is always playing. Someone is always deciding whether to eat or not. This house is a cycle. When you say arena, this is what you mean. A 50,000-seat indoor venue. Your name and your team's logo on the screens. The sounds of the crowd. But you can't hear that noise. Your headset is in noise-canceling mode. Volume maxed out. Only your team's voice and the game's sound effects. You don't know what's happening outside. You only see the screen. You win the final across 3 maps. In the last round, you're on your own. The crosshair is at head level. The trigger timing is perfect. 2 people, 2 clicks, the match is over. If you like this kind of dark psychological story, like the video and subscribe to the channel. At the moment of victory, the sound from the stands is felt, despite the headphones. A vibration. The entire crowd feels the same thing at the same time, and it turns into a physical wave. You feel that wave for about 30 minutes. Then your brain starts working. In round 14, the crosshair shifted to the right for a split second. The rotation was late at the start of map 2. In the final elimination, the gunshot came a microsecond late. Was it a delay or a connection issue? The celebrations continue. A team photo is being taken. You're giving an interview. Your answers are standard. Teamwork, preparation, rigorous training. As you say these things, you're replaying the 3rd round of map 2 in your head. The victory trophy stays on the table for 1 night. When you return to the training house in the morning, you place it in the corner of your room. Then something else gets in the way, and you push it to the back. Level 4, Machine. You're 22 years old, $15,000 a month. Your name gets the most engagement on the team's social media account. A sports brand has signed a deal with you for 2 photo shoots a year. The organization refers to you as a franchise player. You read that phrase once, and you never read it again. Your physical therapist's name is Lewis. You see her twice a week. Each session lasts 45 minutes. The first 15 minutes are manual therapy for the forearm and wrist muscles. You have bilateral tendinitis in both arms. The right side is worse. Is there a treatment? Yes. Rest. But you're not resting. Lewis tells you this over and over. If you don't rest, this will become chronic. You say, I know, every time. This isn't just a phrase, it's a reflex. Life is made up of 4 blocks. Win, tournament, game, series. Winning is a door. Behind that door is another door. Analyze, VOD, charts, meeting with the coach. Time set aside to count your own mistakes. Prepare, practice, scrimmage, deathmatch, crosshair placement, reflex drills, physical therapy exercises to warm up the forearms. You don't feel anything while doing these. Compete. Step onto the stage. Put on the headset. The world disappears. Is there anything left outside this cycle? Maybe there is, but you don't find them productive, and you don't have time to waste on unproductive things. There's a 17-year-old player. The organization traded him, keeping him in the same role. They're evaluating him for next season. You open his stats page. Response time, 196 milliseconds. Your response time today, 211 milliseconds. 2 years ago, that number was 198. You notice the difference. You don't close the page. This is a generational gap in esports. You watch the young player's VODs. His crosshair placement is nearly flawless. His wrists are fresh. He's never experienced pain. You can tell from his body language. His gaze at the camera is free. Yours is calculated. You don't feel anything toward him. Not hatred, not a sense of competition. You simply acknowledge a statistical reality, and this reality is eating you up from the inside. You're now downing 3 cans of energy drink a day. It used to be 2. It used to be 1. You didn't increase it on purpose. It just happened. You get into bed at night to sleep, but your mind won't shut off. Round replays come to mind. Misplacements. You fall asleep at 3:20 a.m. You wake up at 7:45 a.m. This isn't enough, but it has to be enough. Someone at the training facility asks you this question. Why do you play? A moment passes before you answer. Then you say, because I'm the best. That's not the right answer, but it's not wrong either. It's just the only answer left. Level 5, Ghost. You're 26 years old. They don't use the word retirement in the press release. It reads, he is leaving the roster due to health issues. The organization sends you this text 2 days in advance, asking for your approval. You approve it. You don't even correct a comma. Chronic bilateral tendinitis. That doesn't mean it's permanent, but it does mean you have to risk your ability to use your hands to play. The physical therapist, Louie, is finally confirming with an official diagnosis what she's been saying for years. She didn't have to tell you this anymore, but she does. If we'd caught it early, she begins. You don't let him finish his sentence. I know, you say. You've used that word a lot. You never really knew it. Retirement at 26 is an invisible thing. Your friends are starting careers, getting married, moving to new cities. What are you doing? For a while, you tried different phrases to answer the question. I'm taking a break. I have other projects. I'm thinking about consulting. None of these are true. The truth is, you don't know what to do. Because all you could do was play. The days all blend together. You sleep in because there's no reason to wake up early. In the afternoon, you watch something. You cook dinner sometimes, other times you don't. You eat something late at night. One night at 1:30 a.m., you turn on the computer. New account, random name, no avatar, location hidden. No one knows about this account. The organization doesn't know, your old teammates don't know. There's nothing about this account on your social media. You open the lobby. You rest your hand on the mouse pad. When you move the mouse, is that feeling there? A little. Small, distant, familiar. Like a coin forgotten in your pocket. The matches begin. First match. Crosshair placement is still instinctive. Your muscles remember. Your brain remembers. But your wrists remember too. By round 8, your right wrist is burning. It's mild. You push through. You keep going. Second match. The burning is a bit stronger. Somewhere your reaction time is giving you away. The enemy turns the corner. You see it. The click comes 14 milliseconds later. 14 milliseconds. In the second round of the third match, you pull your hand away from the mouse. Your wrists hurt. Real pain. The kind of pain that would make Louis tell you to go to the clinic. Your reaction time is now 224 milliseconds. You don't write the number down on a piece of paper, but it's in your head. You went from 198 milliseconds to 211. From 211 to 224. You know where this curve is heading. You don't close the screen. You just sit there. You stare at the empty desktop. There's no scent of energy drinks in your room. It's something you notice. You realize it was there only after the scent is gone. You remember that cup. The cup you shoved into the corner of your room. Where is it now? You must have put it somewhere when you moved. You don't know. You remember the 50,000-seat arena. The vibration of the noise. The world left outside with the headphones. Just you and the game on the screen. That 30-minute feeling. That feeling isn't there right now. Your brain is calculating. Still. But there's nothing left to calculate. No VOD. No upcoming tournament. No mistake to fix. The brain is running on a loop, but there's nothing left to feed the loop. You open your old account. The stats are there. 4 years of career data. Every tournament, every series, every match. The graph goes from left to right, up, then it flattens out, then it dips slightly, then it ends. It's not a graph of a life. It's a performance curve. And right now, you're at the end of that curve. You're outside of it. You're no longer the one generating the data. You go to bed. It's 2:48 a.m. You lie down but can't sleep because your brain is still working. Round 9, crosshair at chest level. But there's no round 10 to fix it now. That's it for today. The story you've heard is fiction, but esports burnout is real. Chronic pain is real. The feeling of emptiness is real. And right now, somewhere, a kid is downloading a game for the first time and feeling that electric shock in his chest. He has no idea what it will cost him. If this story made you think, leave a comment. Subscribe for more.